Diane Collins with Michael Jackson. Michael, I understand that you're a lover of animals. Is that true?
It's very true. We tour in the past. We go to different countries and different states, and I'd go to the different zoos all over the world to see the different animals. I can relate to them a lot better than I can to
sometimes people.
Yeah.
Is it also true, is there a mini Michael Jackson zoo on the grounds of your house?
Well, I wouldn't say zoo, but I have several animals here, and I'm still collecting animals.
What kinds of animals?
Do I have?
Uh-huh.
Well, I have a llama, which is a beautiful animal. He's taller than I am. He's from Peru, South America. Yeah, and he was in the circus. His name is Louis. He's really sweet, and he loves people, and he does tricks. And I have a Mouflon sheep. He looks just like a ram. Most people think he's a ram, but he isn't. He was also in the circus. They were raised together. His name is Mr. Tibbs. I have almost 6-foot boa constrictor. His name is Muscles, and I take him to the studio. Diane Ross was just here, and we were both peeling his skin off, because he peels like 3 times a month. And he was great. She was a little afraid of him, but then she got relaxed with him. And
she touched him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I have 2 deer. Their name is Prince and Princess. They're really sweet. They're the North American white-tailed deer. And I raised them from the bottle. They're really sweet. And I got all kinds of different birds and stuff like that.
Do you have a favorite
animal?
Mm-hmm.
Probably Louis and Prince and Princess.
Okay. You're considered the #1 artist in the world. What's your secret, Michael?
Just loving what I do and speaking from the heart, being honest, really. I can't quite form it down to a special formula or anything. It's just wanting to do great work, and doing it.
And I guess loving what you do has a lot to do with it, too.
Yeah, caring and loving and putting your heart in your work.
Honesty, is that very important to you?
Oh, yeah, very important. It's nothing like writing a song that you feel good about, like Billie Jean and Beat It and starting something, stuff like that. And you feel like you have a great prize, when it's done. So
okay.
I work hard on them.
So there, I guess you're talking about the honesty I would know would be like honesty in everyday life. But you're talking about honesty in musical terms, being true to yourself and trying to get that out on the album.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Your audiences expect new and exciting things from you each time you release an album. Do the high standards get harder or easier to live up to?
Well, they get harder because no matter what you do, you're competing against your previous product and everybody expecting more. It's like with the motion picture, you go see Star Wars, then Empire Strike Back, you expect more, than Jedi, you expect more than that. So you're really trying to top yourself all the time. And it's hard. With the Bee Gees with Saturday Night Fever, they came out with Spirits Having Flown. It's really hard, But I believe in doing better work. As you grow, you should get better. It's like that saying, I'm not getting older, I'm getting better.
Well, trying to top, your albums, is it draining personally and physically?
No, it's a challenge. It's fun. It's like a big, I shouldn't say game, but I have a lot of fun doing it. It's really, to get paid for something you love to do is really a treat. Because a lot of people are employed and they hate their work. It's terrible. But I'm getting paid to do something that I love to do. So it's a lot of fun. I'm just having a ball.
Now, you stated that you feel more comfortable on the stage than at any other time. What do you do for excitement once you're off that stage?
Dream about the stage. Play with my animals, stuff like that. I don't really go many places at all. I don't think you'd find me in the disco or the nightclub. All of those places are fun if that's what you like to do. It's just when I go to places like that, it becomes work instead of pleasure. They announce that I'm there over the loudspeakers and they play all my records, and I'm signing autographs.
And again, you're on stage.
Yeah. So it's not fun. I've done disguises and all kind of things, and it just doesn't work. But it's, it's all right. I don't mind it.
Well, for me, to mellow out, I call it mellowing out, I read or play bid whist. For you, is it the animals again, as you're saying? Is that
Yeah,
your...
probably animals or being with children, which I love a lot. I love kids, the young ones, and I play with them, swim and stuff like that.
You've been in the music business since age 5 or 6. What do you think your life would have been like if you hadn't had the talent to sing?
Boy, I can't imagine, really. I have no idea what I'd be doing, because seems so right for me, and I'm here to do this, and it's my contribution to life to do what I'm doing, and I put my heart in it, and whatever good I can do, I do it, because I love people and I love making them happy. It's nothing like seeing your record #1, not for the ego, because I hate ego. It's for the fact that I know people bought it and they loved it and they enjoy it, and that's good. And I think all those people who, I can turn out great music, but it takes the people behind it, who are the disc jockeys and the program directors and all the independent people, to really make it happen, and I appreciate it.
So are you saying Michael Jackson, age 60, still on stage?
Yes. I'd probably be doing writing and film, probably directing and stuff like that. Still active in it, but a little more behind the scenes, developing other people and showing them which direction to go in.
With success in show business, you stated earlier that your privacy is almost lost. How do you deal with going out? Have you just stopped going out altogether, or having your picture taken, or people asking for autographs? Have you found a way to beat all of that and still maintain a private life outside of your home?
Well, the best privacy is kind of within yourself, and to be independent at home or something. Because everything I want to do is here. I can do whatever I want here, It's loose and free. If I go out somewhere, it's different. You get swarmed by lots of autographs and people, which I don't mind signing autographs. It's fine. It's, it's part of the work that I do.
Are you considering taking off for a few years, maybe a year? Just smell the roses. Just be totally selfish as far as taking time out from Michael Jackson with no recording, movies, or any such show business related things. Will you ever do that?
I'm the kind of person, if I take a week off, I feel I'm loafing, and I feel like I'm getting behind. I like being active. I like to create. I constantly coming up with different songs and different ideas, and looking and prying into the future. The sound of tomorrow, and because the music is constantly changing, minute by minute, and it's important not to become old hat, which is an old expression.
But some of your recordings are what's considered classics. Will they ever become old hat?
No, because to me, a great melody will never become old. The most important thing is, great melodies. And some of the old Motown or the old Beatles songs are just phenomenal. And they'll never become old hat. But the sounds and the music change, and that will become old. The sound, like the instruments. Like in the 60s, there was a lot of electric guitar and acoustic guitars. And now it's this whole computerized, synthesized sound, which is completely taken over. And that's the difference. But the melodies are still there, but the music has changed.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. You said you love kids. You qualified it by saying very young kids. But what about marriage? And then maybe some kids. How far down the line is it, Michael?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I can't answer that.
Okay. I won't bother you on that. Any TV specials in the work? Say, something you'd like to do on television?
Not that I know of. I get all kinds of different offers all the time, from specials to my own series to doing cameos to pilots to cartoon series and all kinds of things. And I'm mainly concerned with doing movies right now. And that's what I'm interested in.
What kind of movie?
Something that's really different and exciting. Something that hasn't been seen before. I mean, it's like what Star Wars was to the whole picture industry. All of a sudden it was a whole nother look, a whole new type of movie making. The creatures that walk and in space instead of on Earth. And it's kind of taking it to a whole nother wave than where it is now.
Well, is Star Wars one of your favorite movies?
Yes. E.T.
E.T.?
Yes.
All right. Call home, E.T.
Yeah.
To
Steven
Michael.
Spielberg, I think, is brilliant.
Your creativity, it seems, is carried out like in all aspects of your life. In music, you're very futuristic. You're really looking to the future and in planning for that. And even in movies, you want something that has never been before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying, in my mind, to think of what kind of movie would that be. It would be, I don't know. Could you sort of paint me a picture of something that would be the first of its kind for movies?
I sure would love to do that. There's tons of scripts that are coming. Since I did The Wiz, there's been tons of things come in. And with a movie, it's so important to be selective, to do the right vehicle that's perfect for you. And I really enjoy surprising the public, going in a whole other direction than what they thought. And there's several different projects that I'm really interested in, but I'd really hate to say what it's about, because I really want to take a different turn and surprise people.
Not just one glimpse and one peek.
It'll be something, futuristic, and it'll be very different. That's mainly what I can say.
Okay. So basically, that's the key word, different, for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You stated the Eagles is a favorite group of yours. Did the groups Hotel California inspire your Heartbreak Hotel or Thriller?
No. Well, Heartbreak Hotel was a stimulant for Rod Temperton to write Thriller, because he told me how much he loved Heartbreak Hotel, with all the sounds and the falling and the sound effects. And I was trying to step into the future with that Heartbreak Hotel, trying something different, integrating drama and sound effects with music. And it worked, because a lot of people are trying that whole thing, like Pink Floyd and even Rod Temperton with Thriller. And so many other people are coming out with sounds in their records now, different effects. That's fine.
So it was like a pilot and also a prototype
Mm-hmm.
of what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
Has a tentative date been set for Jackson's tour with Jermaine and Janet?
Well, we're probably sometime after this summer, but we really haven't pinpointed any dates yet, so we're really not sure. And the other, as far as Janet and Jermaine are concerned, we haven't really talked about that yet. We have talked about Jermaine, but if we do, it'll be a surprise, so I can't really answer yes or no. And sometimes he's unpredictable, so he may say, well, I decided to go and take it easy and rest somewhere, because he changes his mind so quickly. Last time I heard, he said he was moving on an island, which he was going to buy, and now he moved somewhere else. And then he was into boats, and then he changed, and so he's always changing. So I really can't answer for him.
Do the accolades, gold and platinum records and awards still excite and inspire Michael Jackson to keep going on?
They'll always excite me, the gold and the platinum. It's just important not to take it too serious and not to reflect too much on the past and too much on the gold and too much, because you could bog down with with your achievements instead of pulling out great work, instead of your past work, and you can get lost in that, really. Sometimes I put all my gold and platinum records out and I look at them, and then I try not to take it too serious, because there's so much more I have to do, and kind of forget about that.
Is it hard to forget about that, though? The spotlight, the superstardom. I mean, your name probably is up there with Muhammad Ali, or higher. You're known everywhere. As you said, you can't go outside. Everybody knows Michael Jackson. Is it hard not to take yourself seriously?
No, it's pretty easy for me, because so many things I block out. I so much see myself like you, or like the people in this room. I'm human just like you are. I'm no better than you are. I maybe have a certain talent with my art and songwriting and dancing and the drama and the whole thing, the show business thing. But as far as human, I'm just like you.
Average person.
Yeah, so it's no right for me to think I'm better than you, or have an ego, to walk on air, because there are lots of people in my field who are like that, and most of those people, they fall. They really do, because they begin to treat people who helped them badly, and to forget where they came from, and to forget about those who helped them get where they are. And that's real important. That's why I thank all those. I thank everybody.
So in reality, you're protecting yourself from that fall by just being average and human.
Yeah. I don't believe in failure, actually. So I just don't even think about it. I take that out completely out of my vocabulary, the word fail, because I don't believe in it.
Is that part of the upbringing, to be goal-oriented and also not to believe or even say the word failure? Was that something you were taught by your mom and dad?
Well, I've been taught a lot by them, my father and my mother, how to train and to be determined and to do this and that. But it's just something I strongly believe in.
Okay. All right. We said 5 or 6 years old in the business, in show business. Do you sometimes feel that you wish you could return maybe and take your childhood and look at it and treat it a little bit differently? Because basically, did you pass childhood and did you feel you were thrust into an adult world?
Well, it was pretty different, being brought up on stage and on tour, and it's not like the ordinary child life. So it is different. I mean, I enjoyed doing it. It was nothing like I had stage parents who shoved me into something I didn't want to do. It wasn't that. If it was that, I don't think I could have made it this long. I would have probably overdosed or something. But I enjoy it. No, it's a love that I have. It's nothing like being on stage. You can't put it in words. When the lights hit you, and there's a certain spirit you feel, and I just don't like coming off.
24 hours on stage.
Uh-huh.
You take 24 hours on stage if you could get it, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you don't regret 1 minute?
Not 1 minute. Not 1 minute.
You've been slated to portray Peter Pan. When's the projected movie release date?
That's being developed right now, and that is a project I'm interested in. And I've been approached by different people to do the film. And I haven't really said yes yet. I haven't seen the script yet. So they're going ahead, and I'm waiting.
Okay. And you'll let me know, right?
Yes.
Okay. I identify you as strictly a black musical genius. However, you have much broader appeal than that. Do you find it hard to appeal to both black and white audiences at the same time while performing, or do you even consider the black or white aspect?
No, I don't think in terms of color or race, or I don't say when I write a song, this is for the blacks and this one's for the white. I just write and it comes out, and I'm influenced by what I hear, and it just comes out that way. I guess since I was small up to now, is a total sum musically of what I've been raised on. And I don't think in terms of color, because I don't believe in that. I really don't.
So you're saying music is colorless?
It's colorless. It's for everybody. It's for the world. It's for everybody to enjoy.
As an entertainer, Michael, and also superstar, you're always in the limelight, but is it hard to keep a black perspective? And this is not on a musical level, but on a Michael Jackson private level. Is it hard to look back and remember your roots?
No, never hard. All I have to do is look in the mirror. That's all I have to do. Or look at my hands.
Okay. You have the opportunity at this point to, I guess, say anything you would like to your fans. What would you say if you had the opportunity?
Well, I like to say, it's only one word I can say, thank you and I love you. This is Michael Jackson, and you're listening to
Diane Collins with Michael Jackson.